How many Mexican fights have Ryan Garcia been in since the feud that wasn't big in like his big fights are what now? Tank and Devin? Fuck that.
Yeah,
I'm about to go get that sauce. I'm about to
yeah.
go learn from the niggas. I'm about to go learn what they do. What you talking about? I'm about to get my fucking feet right. I'm gonna learn what the fuck they do. I'm gonna learn their verbiage. I'm gonna learn how they move. I'm gonna learn their fucking music. I'm about to learn how they fucking kick it. Ryan Garcia is light years ahead of every fucking Mexican boxer in the game right now.
Mentally.
He said, nah, if I'm gonna fight these motherfuckers, I'ma join them. That's what the
There you
fuck
go.
I'm gonna do. Why fight them? I'm gonna
Great
join them.
business.
And guess what I'm gonna get out of that shit? I'm gonna get nigga terminology. No one has that shit. And he understands the game. And then I tell you what, who is the closest thing to a fucking Tank Davis or a Devin Haney? A Frank Martin? What are you, a fucking scientist?
Mm.
Who do you think he's in the gym with right now? Dude, this is perfect for Ryan Garcia. And everybody's talking about, oh, all the shit he's saying. He's a fucking social media king. He's a marketing fucking genius. That's why his purse is big. Why do you want him to stop what he's always done? Because shit is getting real now. And that's what people do. They want to change you when they got grips on you. He's like, nah, fuck that. I'm going to give you guys what I always gave you, entertainment. But this time I'm fucking serious. If he smokes Devin Haney, what's the options? What are they?
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Richard Ortiz, along with my host, our host, the senior host, my dude, Shelly Hollis.
Yeah,
Welcome, Shelly Hollis of the Black Corner, Rich
that's
Ortiz,
right.
aka of the Fighter's Voice, the only voice that matters. And today it's called Boxing Under the Influence. We got a lot of topics we're going to go over tonight. We're going to talk about Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney. We're also going to talk about the co-main event where you got undefeated Arnold Barboza and also Sean McComb all the way from Ireland. Is it Ireland? It is Ireland.
It's
Yeah,
Ireland, bro.
Ireland.
Yeah.
Ireland. Wow. And we're
Mm-hmm.
also going to talk about Canelo and, his upcoming fight because it's no easy task. And we're going to talk about this rumor I've been hearing about Robert Garcia possibly training Errol Spence Jr. But until we get started right now, I'm going to make this official right now because it is called Boxing Under the Influence. So I'm
My
going to take
man.
a shot
My man.
right here, straight up. Here we go.
You my guy. Always been.
Dang, that's good.
Good shit, Rich.
What was that, Jose Cuervo?
You said, what the fuck is that, Jose Trouble?
Okay, well, hey. Jose Cuervo, if you're listening right here, we can use the sponsorships. We'll take any sponsorship available.
Yeah.
This next segment is sponsored by Jose Cuervo in this orange right here.
Good shit, brother.
Shelly, it's been a minute, man, but I want to talk about Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. And I know Devin Haney's the champion, but let's start with Ryan Garcia because he's news when there is no news, and sometimes lady does want to sing the blues. And when I say that, it's because he got a lot going on in his head. Talk to us about first of all, the whole matchup, and then we'll break down Ryan Garcia personally. And, does he have high expectations to succeed? Is it all hype? And we'll soon find out. So what do you think about the matchup itself, Shelly?
The matchup is fucking great. I think the time is perfect. Like, everybody's looking at Devin Haney and all the success that he had going over to fucking Australia, fighting for the title, defending the title in the rematch, taking on Lomachenko and shit like that. But you got to understand, man, like, truly in their division, there was really only one boogeyman, and that was fucking Tank. I think Ryan's at this point right now where he's fucking fought the best guy, and he's like, fuck all the rest of y'all. I mean, that's what I would be at. That'd be like me playing Jordan, and then I gotta respect fucking Pippen, this or that. I'm like, man, fuck y'all. I done already played against Jordan. It's on. And then I think what I'm really seeing with this shit, Rich, is he's so fucking confident. I'm talking about 6 fights leading up to our pro fight. I think Ryan knows something
keeps getting
we don't
better
know.
and better.
Who's beat Tank? Nobody.
Nobody.
Devin,
I think the doctor, when he was born, he slapped his ass. Other than that, nobody's beat Tank.
Hey, the only thing Tank got beat by is the motherfucking law. Outside of that, Tank is undefeated in everything that he does in this life. You know what I mean? And with Devin, I can't take nothing from Devin. Devin, his pops, they're doing everything a father and son is supposed to do.
Shout out to Bill Haney.
Bill Haney's a motherfucking genius. I guarantee you he's going to go down as one of the top dads that ever fucking did it. Guarantee. Every position that he puts Devin in is on a high fucking level. Look at what he got. Lomachenko did that. Took his son to Australia. And then when the fucking law was like, you can't even fly to Australia, I don't know what happened behind doors, but he was fucking ringside with his son. You can't beat Devin Haney's father is the man right now. Straight up. He got him
I
right
forgot
with his
about that. I forgot about that. They
Dude,
wouldn't allow him to come across until like the day of. And plus he ran it back.
Ran it back. He is the way his dad is doing his career, he's setting him up to be the fucking guy. And that's it. And then the thing,
okay, well, okay, Shelly, let me ask you this, okay? And this is a fair question. Is Bill Haney a better trainer or a better manager? Now, that's a deep one. Nobody's ever talked about that.
Okay.
Is Bill Haney a better manager to his son or a better trainer to his son?
Bill Haney has been managing and training people his whole life. I be watching bullshit like everybody be like, oh, he's a pimp or he's all that. No, you think about his psychology. He knows how to take something and make something out of it. He knows how to make you believe in yourself. Not saying he's pimping his son. He's giving his son his motherfucking heart. But look how he controls the minds of all these dudes. Devin ain't got to say shit. His daddy get up there, say all this shit, and Devin collect checks. And he has his son prepared. No drinking, good on his spirituality, married, focused in the fucking gym.
Always in shape.
Always in shape. Been grooming him since he was a little boy, since he was knee high to a grasshopper. He had him around Floyd. Who, like, if I was shooting hoops with Jordan or Kobe, I should be that next guy. What's expected came out of what happened with Devin Haney. And then you got like these young fighters, these haters and shit, and be like, oh, he went to Mexico. If you're fucking black, do you understand all your top fights are going to come from Mexican fighters? If I had a young black son, I'm sending him to Mexico. We know how to work with other brothers. We need to learn how to fight these Mexican fighters that stay in the pocket, get dirty with shit, because those are going to be our paydays.
Well, I'm gonna keep it real. Another person said, "Oh, we got this record with no Tijuana fights." But I will say this: shout out to Repo Rick, who collaborated with Bill Haney. And hey, Devin Haney is the unfinished product. Because when I say unfinished, because I don't think we've seen the best of Devin Haney.
No,
we haven't. And not to cut you off, let me say this: a lot of people, including myself, thought that was a very close fight, and it could have went either way with Lomachenko.
Yeah, because
since then, if you want to talk about the victories, you can talk about all the victories you want. I can't say losses because to this point, he has not lost on paper.
No.
Since that close fight, that he needs to thank Lomachenko and said, "Thank you. You made me a better fighter."
Right.
As if to say, Canelo going up to Mayweather and say, "Because of you, I made a good, strong run. Because of that shellacking or what have you." But that was a one-sided prostitution. That's all that was. Let's keep it 100. But on this one, at least both men were competing. Devin Haney got hurt. He hurt Lomachenko, vice versa. He learned so much in that fight.
Oh yeah, but you know, Loma's great. Loma's also one of those guys that has like a fantastic amateur background, the pedigree and shit like that. But one thing about Lomachenko is like, you can't fight American fighters on the other side of the fucking pond. And you might be great over there, but when you come back, you gotta deal with these slick little black dudes. And I know how it is. I'm black myself. Like, I'm 41 years old. I'll get out here and smoke everybody on the fucking block.
You're looking 28 years old right now, bro.
I still got it, bro. Like, I cough and I get abs. That's just who we are. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
But the thing with that shit too, man, is like, I'm loving what Devin Haney's doing, even the way that his dad's moving him. How are you at this point? You're not even 30 years old. And you're fucking independent. They're already building and working in relationships with Top Rank, DAZN, exactly, DAZN, Top Rank, PBC. They're not shutting anything down. And I think for these young fighters, you got to learn that shit. If you're going to be in the business of boxing, be in the business of fucking boxing. Don't fuck around and put yourself in a position like someone else that I have a high respect for, and that's Terrence Crawford. Crawford can't even get the respect or the fight he gets or the money he deserves because of the way he was promoted with one promotional company. Fuck it. See what works best for you.
Isn't that crazy? And we're talking about a 2-division undisputed world champion, and he didn't get his respect until his last outing. When I hear that, it kind of reminds me of Marvin Hagler. Marvin Hagler never got his full respect. When he won the title, they threw garbage at him. They threw beers at him. They tried to go after him when he finally won the bout, and he didn't even get a title shot after like his 40th fight. Now, and now when he got Crawford, now he's getting the respect. And
Bro.
it took Marvin Hagler until he knocked out Tommy the Hitman Hearns and
And it,
the Beast Mugabe and
right,
Roberto Duran. He beat Roberto Duran. When
Roberto
it
Duran.
took all that, but leading up, I mean, he was ready to rock and roll.
And the same thing. You think about, you look at Crawford. Crawford beat Earl Spence Jr. No one ever fucking thought he was gonna lose. You're talking about an Olympian. You're talking about someone that sells out Dallas Arena, like shit like that.
Yep.
He made that shit look simple, and I get it. Like with sports, especially boxing, it ain't like it ain't fucking basketball. We ain't get no 7 games to see who's the champion. You get one night.
That's
That
right.
both of those fighters were like this to me. They were like my favorite guys. When that shit happened, I had nothing to say. I was fucking speechless. I was speechless. I didn't know.
That fight, I
I
can't
didn't know
believe.
how to take it in. I didn't know how to take it in. That ass whooping was so bad. It was like me sitting. You know what it was like? It was like me being outside watching my brother get his ass whooped in a fair fight.
Hey, there's nothing you can do about that. I
You
mean,
can't.
it is
I
what it
can't.
is.
If I jump in,
I
I'm
mean, we
wrong.
jump in for blood, but I mean, but this is, you
But
know, this is
but
for
I
the whole world to see.
yeah.
And I was going back and forth, Shelly, and then I called you from Las Vegas, and I just saw something small. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it isn't what I saw in Bud Crawford, because Bud Crawford already has that. I was privileged to be at one of his training camps, and I called you that day. I said, I'm speechless. He's different.
He's different.
So when I called you in Vegas at the Errol Spence Bud Crawford fight, it isn't what I saw in Bud. It's what I did not see in Errol Spence leading up. I saw weight problems, because if you don't have weight problems, he looked sucked up. He didn't look strong. He
Right.
can
Right.
barely. He didn't look himself leading up, and I will say that. And a lot of fighters go through that. That's a normal stage. But a big, in this big platform, this big outlet, and you're about to compete in the biggest fight in history in your career, you need to at least play it off. Don't give anybody the edge, because if you can't hold up yourself up high like Muhammad Ali did, where everybody believed him, he even believed himself. It didn't connect. And I called you that day and I said, okay, this is what's going to happen.
Dude, I still
And
got that video you sent me when Bud was in a top ranked gym out there in Vegas, and you said exactly what you said right now. You said, Shelly, Bud is different. You said, I've
he's
never
different.
seen this shit before. He's different. And ever since then, I ain't got shit to say about Bud. You even know I fucking flew to Omaha to go watch him when he fought old boy in
You did.
November.
You and
Yeah.
your dad did.
Yeah, me and my dad was out there. I was at that fight, man. And even Boxing Eagle, another guy that has like a dope ass YouTube and Instagram following and stuff like that. I was
Yeah.
sending him videos and pictures and shit, because I feel like with us being like new media, you know, fuck all the hate. Let's share shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's build ourselves up. That's why me and you have always getting along. So like, there's a couple cats that I do fuck with heavy online. Boxing Eagle is one of them. I send him content all the time. You know, I share shit that sometimes you give me. I'd be like, yo, man, I got a break for you. You know, and
If
then
I
one day
send
I'm
it to you, it's yours.
yeah,
That's
and then
just
one
how
day I'm
it
gonna let
is.
him know, like, hey, the reason why you getting laced like this is because of Richard Ortiz, man. That's the dude.
You know, a lot of people really don't see it that way, but that's a whole nother story. I want to stay on topic. I now want to talk about Ryan Garcia. We've talked about Devin Haney, and I wanted to say, since Loma, you could call it controversial, whatever. I think everybody moved on, including Loma. He's become a better fighter. And I recently had Sean McComb on the show, and I asked him the question. I asked him, all the way from Ireland, by the way, does a fighter become better when he becomes a world champion? And he said, absolutely. Their confidence goes high. He didn't say anything about percentage. I brought up percentage. I said like 20, 25%. He said their confidence goes up high. Devin Haney is walking on air right now. I mean,
Right.
his confidence through the roof. Now, his opponent, Ryan Garcia, he has a lot to prove. Does he hype himself up to get the big fights, or does he truly believe he has the repertoire, the tools to defeat somebody as sharp as Devin Haney?
I think everything they went through in their amateur life was a precursor to what's going to go to in their professional career. I think they found their
Ooh.
fucking trilogy. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can't
Yeah.
be 50-50 in the fucking amateurs. You a star over here, he's a star over there. When you know someone, you treat them different. You get what I mean? Like with Tank
Yeah.
and shit like that, you like, what the fuck does he got? I got to feel that shit to know how I'm going to react. He knows everything. Both of them know everything about each other. This is going to bring out the best in them. And I think what it's going to take is just Devin's going to have to be perfect in boxing. Ryan's going to have to be a boxer and let the punch come to him if he wants the victory. And if he don't let the punch come to him, he's going to fall into Devin Haney's trap, because Devin Haney lives 100% disciplined fucking life, and that's the only difference. Ryan is living a good life. Devin's living a boxing life, and that's going to be the difference for me.
I can see that. And the plus side to that with Ryan Garcia is he's getting all this attention. I'm hearing he's getting the higher purse bid. I don't know how
Mm-hmm.
true the rumor that is, and he doesn't even have a world title. Even after his loss to Tank, he doesn't have a world title, but he has that following. But I'll take my hat off to Ryan Garcia. He took on Tank. Uh, he said it's okay with this weight clause. You know, he met the terms, the condition. He's the one who's actually started the speedboat, the motorboat going in boxing, as if to say, okay, that's what it took. Now everybody's starting to match up against each other. Now we're starting to fight champions versus champions. So,
Right.
hats off to him. And again, getting this opportunity.
Yeah, and
I
that's what I think.
just think Devin Haney's just too slick for him at this stage, right? I do.
Devin's special. He's very special. But I think what Ryan's mindset is like this, man. I fought the coldest motherfucker in the game. If I come in here and knock you off and
Yeah.
you number 2, I am that guy. And then I'll make a fucking run for the next couple years and I'll catch Tank before retirement. Why not? Ryan's already getting the fucking purse. Like, who else is there? Okay, the only people he has to worry about right now is Haney, Shakur, and then who really else? You got to, Inouye's fucking way beneath them. That ain't gonna happen. These kids ain't gonna mature and grow up enough to ever see fucking Crawford, Spence. The new guy I think is the coldest, Drawn Boots in this. It's never gonna happen. They can sit right there in the fucking pocket, make millions, make legacy, and change boxing. But thank you, Ryan Garcia, for that shit. He don't get enough credit for what he's doing in boxing. Ryan Garcia changed boxing last year, and now it's moving forward because of him. There was 2 fights last year. There was Earl
well
Spence and Crawford, and there was Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis. Those are the biggest boxing matches that we had last year. All this other shit, even in the heavyweights. Like right now, we're gonna see Tyson and fucking Usyk, but Tyson, that motherfucker throws asterisks on shit. So the heavyweight division, I'm like, whatever.
A lot of people, including, of course, Deontay Wilder, they just don't think when he comes to, a street fight fair. And I'm hearing a street fight is never fair, but don't go out there and say different things, and then people are finding out things about you. They can say what they want about Deontay Wilder. He shows up, he'll take his shellacking like a real man.
Yes.
But he's still exciting because he has that one hitter quitter, and people
right.
love knockouts. Now, speaking of knockouts, even Tank Davis said, he told Ryan Garcia, he said, you're one dimensional. You got one punch, the left hook. You got one punch, the left hook. And I'm going to go back to it, but I'm going to stay on top with Ryan Garcia. Tank Davis set a trap for Ryan Garcia. He let him be over aggressive. He let him get his confidence. And as always, he keeps his guard down. And here's my thing. You can change trainers all day long. As a businessman, I'll train you. But personally, I know it's not. We're not going to collab when you've had trainers that been with you since the amateurs or 5 years in the professionals. Now you want me to come and just, you can't change certain things you could adjust to. The ones who were able to make that adjustment, and I give it to him, was Freddie Roach with Miguel Cotto, reinvented himself.
Yes.
Emmanuel Stewart, reinvented everybody. And, he went from fighter. Emmanuel Stewart was in the corner of Oliver McCall when he knocked out Lennox Lewis. On the rematch, he was in the corner of Lennox Lewis, who stopped Oliver McCall. So he was a businessman, but he knew how to make that transition. There's certain trainers that you can pick up because, they're trainer of the year and what have you. But at the end of the day, the trainer doesn't walk in the ring with you. Right. What do you think about Ryan Garcia's new trainer? Is there enough time to adjust? Or is it just, a smoke cloud that you're walking in with so-and-so? Because I've always said, if I'm walking in the ring, I'm walking in today with Robert Garcia and Freddie Roach.
Nah, I'm not.
Just for that candy, you know what I mean? So everybody can see what's going on.
Well, and that makes
what do you think about Ryan Garcia's trainer, first of all, and will he be able to adjust to him?
How many Mexican fights have Ryan Garcia been in since the feud that wasn't big in like his big fights are what now? Tank and Devin? Fuck that. Yeah. I'm about to go get that sauce. I'm about to go learn from the niggas. I'm about to go learn what they do. What you talking about? I'm about to get my fucking feet right. I'm going to learn what the fuck they do. I'm going to learn their verbiage. I'm going to learn how they move. I'm going to learn their fucking music. I'm about to learn how they fucking kick it. Ryan Garcia is light years ahead of every fucking Mexican boxer in the game right now. He said, nah, if I'm going to fight these motherfuckers, I'm going to join them. That's what the fuck I'm going to do. Why fight them? I'm going to join them. And guess what I'm going to get out of that shit? I'm going to get nigga terminology. No one has that shit. And he understands the game. And then I tell you what, who is the closest thing to a fucking Tank Davis or a Devin Haney? A Frank Martin? What are you, a fucking scientist? Who do you think he's in the gym with right now? Dude, this is perfect for Ryan Garcia. And everybody's talking about, all the shit he's saying. He's a fucking social media king. He's a marketing fucking genius. That's why his purse is big. Why do you want him to stop what he's always done? Because shit is getting real now. And that's what people do. They want to change you when they got grips on you. He's like, nah, fuck that. I'm going to give you guys what I always gave you, entertainment. But this time I'm fucking serious. If he smokes Devin Haney, what's the options? What are they?
Sky's the limit.
It is the sky. And then
Sky is the limit.
this motherfucker comes in with a loss getting A-side treatment. So what happens if he does this shit? What happens if he does what De La Hoya couldn't do to Mayweather? What happens then?
You already know what's going to happen right there. I mean,
I do know
to
what's
this
going to happen.
day,
Yeah,
to this day,
he's
there's always going to be an obstacle. I mean, when they were fighting, it was Mayweather. Now the new Mayweather for De La Hoya is Canelo. It really is. You know, it was Rolly for what, a couple months, but that's what keeps Oscar sharp. That's what keeps him motivated, because this second coming around, and I say, you know, it's because people could say what they want, but where Oscar's at today, right now, he's at the top of his promotion game right now, today, this minute. So if it took some trials, some tribulations, some speed bumps, so be it. Where he's at today, straight businessman, brilliant businessman.
Yeah,
and if he took a page out of Mayweather, so be it.
Mm-hmm. And he's working with who's going to be his competition. So it's like, and that's the difference too, where you had Bob Arum, and then you had fucking Don King and all that shit. They had a certain level of resentment. De La Hoya's already working with fucking Eddie Hearn and DAZN. This shit's only going to get bigger and fucking better.
Yeah.
These dudes are about the bottom line, not whose fucking names are on the corner belts or who's on the ring and shit like that. I tell you what, man, you put my fucking name in the ring and give me $0, or you don't put my name in the fucking ring and you give me $1 million, I'm gonna take the check. Fuck it. That's how I run.
This is called, Shelly, it's simply called life after boxing. Life after boxing. And that's what it is. You're preparing himself for that. And the guy happened to be a fight. He's not a bust. If he goes to sleep within 6 rounds or something, then I'm going to say, okay, you know, you may want to reevaluate your career.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that he truly believes, and he's getting the media, because he says, I'm going to beat him. I truly believe on the face of boxing. I'm truly believe. He puts all that in there. Some, it brings resentment, but they buy tickets. Now people are buying tickets to actually see him get beat, because a lot of people don't like him and they're haters.
Dude, can we give Ryan Garcia
He's a good-looking kid, and he's making the numbers.
Give him credit. When have we ever seen a fucking Mexican fighter call out all the black top fighters? Ever. Ryan Garcia is the first fucking dude to flip the script on all his brothers. Usually Mayweather fought in May and September. And for all of you guys that are ignorant, May and September are fucking Hispanicness, like notorious fucking months for the culture. Ryan Garcia said, nah, I'm fighting brothers, and that's it. Those are all my fucking pay-per-views. Give him what he got, man. Hey, give him what he got. And everybody's like, oh, he's a fucking conspiracy guy. I like his conspiracy theory shit. You know what I mean? I like it. Other people are like, oh, you got to stick to boxing, man. You're a fucking person. You're a human.
No, exactly. You got the platform, share it with the world.
Right. Hey,
don't be one-dimensional. Like I said, Shelly, he's preparing himself for life after boxing.
Dude, and the new celebrities right now are the influencers, are the people that are online, are the people that got YouTube channels that are keeping up. And man, there's YouTube stars that get fucking stopped all over the fucking streets. You could be a movie star right now and you got one movie that comes out every fucking year. If you are someone that's a YouTube personality or someone that's online, you can post shit every fucking day. And that's
Shelly,
what that kid is doing.
The old term was, I'm going to walk around until I get discovered. Social media allows you to discover yourself. Mm-hmm. and push your stuff out there. It's putting yourself out there on the platform. You're making it happen, and you know, either you're staying positive or negative. Controversy sells, man. It really does.
Oh, it really does. And you know, and Devin's doing it his way too, and it's the right way. Devin's focused on being exactly what he wanted to be since a little kid: a great boxer, a great role model, and a legend in the sport. Ryan has another gift. Ryan looks good on camera. Ryan has a voice. Ryan attracts attention from people. Ryan already has a post-career outside of boxing, regardless on what people think about him right now. And that kid has it. I'm not going to sit here and judge him or put some fucking limitations on him because his talent bandwidth is more extended than the average fucking person. You're a boxer. He's a boxer too. And he's a commentator. He's a movie star. He's a model. Let that motherfucker live in his bandwidth and stop trying to isolate him to what you guys accept him for. That's bullshit.
And he goes heads up. He's not afraid to go heads up with his promoters. He says a few
He
things
calls
about
out
De
the
La
best.
Hoya,
He's fuck De La
B-Hop,
Hoya.
and even Canelo. But it looks like they patched it up, but it brought attention, it brought
And
numbers.
B Hop's a real nigga. B Hop was boxing in fucking jail. You know what I'm saying? B Hop was winning championships and
Longevity.
shit and fucking prison, and then came out and was winning them on HBO and Showtime. Like, who has that kind of range? When Ryan Garcia don't bite his tongue for nothing, and I'm always gonna respect a man that speaks from his heart. And one thing he does do, even when he fucks up, he will correct himself. And a lot of people don't give people credit for going back and correcting themselves from some shit that they did wrong. Most motherfuckers want to fucking paint the wall, sweep the shit under the carpet, act like it didn't happen, and that's what it is. It's like me telling like my fucking girlfriend, like, nah, I didn't sleep with her. Of course I slept with that bitch, but it was in the fucking past. I'm here now.
Was me.
Yeah, that's not who with you right now, but back then though.
Yeah.
But back
No,
then
no,
though.
I hear you.
Mm-hmm.
But that's going to be a great pay-per-view main event. But I do want to talk a little bit about the co-main event. You got undefeated Arnold Barboza. It's a limited. It's a whoever wins. I mean, you get your next opportunity at a shot at a world title, and that's Teofimo Lopez. You got Arnold Barboza taking on Sean McComb of Ireland.
Yeah.
What do you think of the matchup? He's a southpaw. In 2015, he won the bronze medal in the European Games, I believe it was. Yes, the European Games. So he has a great amateur background. So does Arnold Barboza. What do you think of the matchup? The winner takes on Teofimo Lopez, mandatory for the WBO World.
I think it's
title
perfect.
shot.
I think Arnold Barboza gets that shit. One thing that sucks about Arnold Barboza, and I'll say that shit differently. Like, I'm not from the 559 like you're from the 209. Arnold Barboza has been fucked by his management, and that's what the fuck it is. How the fuck do you get another Hispanic manager or whatever the fuck Rick is, and you put him in 140? You got Jose Ramirez, you got this, and then you're trying to decide on which one of you guys gets the best fights. If I was Arnold Barboza, I'll go in there and smoke this motherfucker and put myself where I need to be, and I wouldn't be held back by any type of contracts or handshakes that I've been like subjected to by now. Arnold Barboza is a fucking dog. He's not getting who is. And at the very least, if he doesn't get that championship fight, if I was Barboza, I'll start calling out people that other champions didn't call back. Let me see Regis. Let me see this guy. Let me see the winner from fucking Broner and what just got announced, Blair Cobbs. Let me see that shit.
Yeah.
If I was Barboza, stop fucking waiting. Lead your own career. These management people and the people you fucking with, they got their alternative motives for money that's right now for them. If I was you, I would say fuck all them. Because ultimately in the promoter game, you are not a promoter without a fighter that you can't promote. That's game.
Well, Arnold Barboza is no longer with that same manager. Before we get started, the second segment about the co-main event is sponsored by Corona Light Beer. So Corona Light, if you're listening right here, we enjoy your beer, your beverage, and I'll drink out of the bottle where you see the logo. We're gonna hit you up for some sponsorship right here. So this second segment sponsored by Corona Light.
Yeah, and I've been keeping it cool. I've been keeping it on the Crown Royal, a little bit of ice today. You know what I mean?
I mix it up, baby. We talked about not being one-dimensional. Now I'm gonna say something deep. Arnold Barboza wasn't the only one who was inactive and not getting title opportunities.
True.
True. Jose Ramirez was also inactive. So do we blame Top Rank for shelving him, or do we blame his manager?
You blame
or do we blame them both? So nobody ever talked about that.
No, because here's the thing. I know his fucking manager is Rick. I'll say your name, fucking Rick. I don't give a fuck. Here's the thing. This motherfucker, there is no way Jose should have spent all his fucking time in Fresno. Jose is a fucking superstar. His story, where his parents came from, how they worked their ass off, how they came here to the United States, how their son got educated, they raised a family, and then a Mexican American whose parents came from Mexico won his championship in New York fucking City. That is the biggest story for any Hispanic boxer. That was fucking beautiful. From the fields to the garden. Why do you always keep fighting him in fucking in Fresno? Because you can fill up the stadium? Expand him. What about San Antonio?
No, well, I'll tell you why a lot of times he fight in Fresno, because it's convenient, and his manager gets something like 30% out of all the sponsorships, and everybody in Fresno sponsors him when he comes into that. So 30% is a lot of percentage when it comes to sponsorships.
No, it is a lot of
percentage.
Really
does. And if you want to go global, then you fight outside the box.
Well, if you want to go global, less is more. So you're going to give me 30% of this, or are you going to give me fucking an extra 10% of this? Man, come on, dude. Come on. Come on, dude. Come on. Jose, nah, Jose should be bigger than what he is. Period. The way his attitude is,
I
how he
agree.
looks, he's a fucking family man. Jose could be the fucking Steph Curry of the boxing world when it comes to Hispanics. He
And
does
plus, he's an
nothing
Olympian.
wrong. And
Plus, he's an Olympian and
look,
represented Team USA.
Olympian, Team USA, champion, undisputed, win his championship in the Garden. Who else has that shit? We give other Hispanic champions accolades like fucking Chavez and shit like that because you be like, oh, the motherfucker fought 110 times. But who did it as clean as Jose? Oscar Valdez was close, but Oscar Valdez just been in some fucking wars, man. That's it. He's just been in wars. But Jose should be that guy from the fucking all the way up to motherfucking Oregon, all the way down the California coast, all the way to San Antonio. And then, like I said, he won in New York City. What you
Yeah,
want?
I agree with you. I agree with you. Finding Fresno is convenient. It's good to sell out, but bro, expand yourself. How are you going to get from Fresno to Dubai? Come on. I mean, reach for the stars. I mean, make those moves. Regis Prograis, he fought in Dubai. He moved everywhere.
Speaking
And he
of,
fought in Devin Haney's backyard of San Francisco. He really didn't care. And I want to give Regis Prograis credit. He took on the younger, coming up champion. Because Devin Haney wasn't a champion, then he relinquished his bouts to come up. But these older guys, I don't want to say older, because when you're in your 28s, 29s, you're not older. But in this day, you got these youngsters that are 23, 24, and they're making moves. You try to stay away from them and stay with the, the Arnold Barbosas and the Regis Prograises and the Jose Ramirez's. Let them stay on that drive. You want to try to stay away from these youngsters, from the Ryan Garcias, the Teofimo Lopez, and the Devin Haneys. Although I'm not going to tell them not to take the fight, because they will in a heartbeat, because they truly believe in their skills. But I give Regis credit.
He does.
Because he turned down, I want to say, you could say easy or not. He turned down a less threatening opponent with guy just got knocked out, man. We got a new champion now.
Rolly?
Pet Bull beat him.
Yeah,
Rolly. He turned down the Rolly fight. Said, I don't want to fight Rolly. And he went after the young lion, Devin Haney.
Rolly's a fucking TMT pawn. I like Rolly.
I like Rolly.
Rolly's
good for boxing.
Rolly's good for fucking boxing. His mouth is great for boxing, but even
self-promoter.
He's a self-fucking promoter. But even then, like we're talking about Regis needs to stay in the ring with a lot of Mexican fighters. Regis is a fucking brawler. You know what I mean? Regis don't have
Matthias
that.
Called out Regis. Matthias, a world champion, called out Regis.
I guarantee
Matthias didn't call out another world champion. He called out Regis Prograis.
Yeah,
and he told him, I will put you in the hospital.
Nah, I don't think so. I think Regis is a dog in his motherfucking range. That's what it is. Now, if you slick, if you a Shakur, you a Devin Haney and shit like that, you could probably give Regis some problems. If you get in Regis fucking range, there is a chance your ass is going to go to sleep and wake up in the motherfucking
and you're not
French
Quarters.
Your
legs for a while.
No, you're going to wake up in the French Quarters. You know what I mean? You're going to be like, where the fuck am I at right now? Yeah, it's going to be New Orleans. It's going to be Mardi Gras. You're going to fucking go to sleep on Easter, wake up. Regis is cold as fuck. If anybody is...
I love Regis.
I love Regis too. If anybody thinks that loss to Devin Haney changes his fucking career, you guys are going to be in for it. Because what's going to happen is somebody's going to go in there, underestimate Regis, and Regis is going to put their ass to sleep, and he's going to be like, I'm back, bitch. And that's just what's going to happen.
And I honestly think possibly the perfect opponent for him is possibly, and I'm not talking out of my ass, is Teofimo Lopez.
I think so too. I think that would be a great
And
fight.
I want to say this about Regis. From New Orleans. Doesn't know me from Fine Waldo. Treats me like a brother. I see him there. Security stops me, goes, no, he's with me. His own people, his management team says, oh, he's the president in the Jose Ramirez President Club or whatever. And Regis said, nah, he's with us.
Yeah.
Let me go back there with him. Treated me like whatever I needed. Met his family, met his mom, met his dad, met his wife, met his kids, met his best friends. And at the very end, I surprised myself too, because I took it kind of personal when he lost. I said, come here, man. And I wish somebody got on camera. Hey, bro, I picked his ass up. And he was surprised. And my girl goes, oh, he really likes you. And he goes, no, I could tell. He goes, no, he really cares about you. And he goes, I can see that. Hey, bro, I fucking bear hugged him and picked his ass up about 3 feet in the air.
Hey, Rich, let me tell you, man, brothers, any type of black people, stuff like that you meet that are from those areas, Southern hospitality, East Coast, like they're different. They're family, their heartbeat is their drum. They're different. What they say, they're loyal as fuck. Now I can't vouch for a lot of these California niggas and shit out here, and I won't. You get what I'm saying? But when I like people like that,
Shelly,
my
why is
grandparents.
that? Our own homegrown people that are in our area. I mean, you don't have to support. That's fine. Don't support, but don't start hating on us.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people out here celebrate mediocrity. They get a little bit of shit, they get a little bit of shine. People forget where they come from. The people that helped put the fucking steps in place for them to climb the ladder. You know what I'm saying? They start being like, fuck that people. But I've watched people. In my home fucking town that tried to do that shit. And all the motherfuckers are promoting their own fights, and that's cool with me too. You know what I'm saying? Like the celebration of mediocrity is only gonna blow up in your fucking face. You can't make yourself be something that you're not. It's not. I mean, you can put up makeup all you want, motherfucker, but I've seen you can't put lipstick on a pig. That's just what it is. And if you asking me what it looked like, and
Hey,
and
hey,
and if
hey, hey, you could take some red panties off a pig.
that's it, but at the same time, you are what you are, right? It's like asking me, I don't know, but is a pig's pussy pink? I'm pretty sure it's pink. You know what I'm saying?
Shout
I
out to
don't
Conor
know.
McGregor. It's Red Panty Week, baby.
It's red penny week. Shout out to Conor McGregor. That's another motherfucker who made it big, big.
Oh, he did. Actually, I had on the Fighter's Voice earlier today because we had to change times because Ireland was different times. The show started at 1:30, at actually 1 o'clock. I said, I'm asking Sean McComb, who's fighting Arnold Barboza, how big is Conor McGregor there? He goes, huge. He is huge over here. Absolutely
And
huge.
should
And he
be.
goes, not just here, worldwide. So what we hear about him in the States is nothing the comparison where in Ireland. They got posters of him, statues of him, billboards of him. Especially his whiskey is blowing up in Ireland.
As he should. As he should, man. He did his thing. Like you ain't got to be here for like they say, you ain't here for a long time, just here for a short. But he maximized his fucking star power. He maximized his star power, even to the point where he fought one of my fucking legends. You know what I'm saying? He fought
His
Nate
first
Diaz.
professional fight against
He
$100
fought
million. Come on,
Nate
bro.
Diaz twice, and then he went and fought Mayweather. Who the fuck else is gonna
Okay,
do
when
that?
they announced him, they didn't say 0-0. They said making his professional debut, and Mayweather was 48-0 at the time because it was an exhibition. They try
Nah,
to get at each other. Your first professional fight, you get $100 million.
come on, bro. I don't give a fuck what y'all got to say about me. 100 million. That
Enough
motherfucker. Let me
said
tell
right
you right
there.
now. That year he made 100 million. He probably made more than every fucking UFC fighter combined for the entire year. I
He's the highest paid
guarantee you.
UFC fighter in
I get.
history.
Shit. I don't think Dana White paid all his other fighters in that entire year 100 million. That one check that fucking Conor got, there ain't no way the entire UFC roster got equivalent to that amount of
Well,
money.
why do you think Dana White allowed him to go there? Because he says he believed in him, but there had to be some kind of percentage underneath the table that I'm allowing you to.
Oh,
And
come on.
also, his own brand of Proper 12 is now
It's,
was on the UFC inside the cage in the mat. Come on now,
Come on,
genius.
man. Shucking Dana's, you know who Dana is, man. Make America great again. Get the fuck out of here. That dude is a business man. And that's the other thing. That's the problem, too. It's like, even as a boxing fan, everyone's so emotional. It's a fucking business before it's a sport because it's boxing. They have too much control from the promoters to the fucking refs to the fucking judges to the way you perceive people. There was a point in my life where ESPN was trying to tell me that Lomachenko was better than fucking Floyd Mayweather. According to Disney, motherfucker, Lomachenko's better than Floyd Mayweather. Pretty boy Floyd would beat the shit out of Lomachenko, probably the way he went to jail when he got in trouble for that domestic violence abuse. Floyd wouldn't give a fuck about a Lomachenko. Could you imagine that shit? A little fucking ballet dancing motherfucker sitting in there with Floyd Mayweather. Floyd couldn't miss. He couldn't miss. Who else is pitching 50% right now? Average.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. Shout out to ESPN's Mark Kriegel, one of the best in the world,
One of the
Timothy
best in the world.
Bradley, Bernardo Osuna, and also ESPN. You dropped the ball when you let this man go. And if you haven't bought his book right now, it's called Killing the Image. Andre Ward right here. Why did you guys let this go? Do you have an answer? One of your best broadcasters, insiders, who's been there, done that in the sport, and you just let him slip away from you?
I mean, I think
Shelly,
we're
I
looking
think
at.
there's more to that than just letting him go. There
Oh
had to
yeah,
be some inside stuff, or I don't know.
I think Disney Top Rank and what that situation is going through, what the Western world is going through. I think they're still trying to hold on to this legacy media shit, and Andre Ward was new media. Andre Ward came in that motherfucker like, nah, I'm keeping it real. I'm gonna be fucking honest. I don't give a fuck what the agenda is today and who we gotta push. Andre Ward's too much of a fucking purist. You know what I mean? And then you got somebody that puts faith and family first. Faith, family, then fighting. Ain't no fucking way he gonna do no hoe shit. Andre Ward was the most honest commentator we probably had in a very long time.
And he thinks before he talks.
And that shit don't fly in the promotion game. It don't fly in the promotion game where I need to say shit to make you perceive and to believe. It
When
don't
keeping
help.
it real goes bad.
Come on.
That's real talk right now.
Yeah.
So anyway, since you mentioned ESPN, I just had to give a shout out to my guys out there that work for ESPN Sports. Again, Arnold Barboza, Sean McComb, the winner takes on Teofimo Lopez, which if Arnold Barboza is victorious,
it's going to be
that
ugly.
grudge match is going to happen.
It's going to be
the
ugly,
shit
bro.
talking is going to continue and is going to happen. I don't know too much about Sean McComb except for what I did research on, and I seen him fight one time on Sky Sports. I'm going to keep it real with you.
Yeah.
He's kind of lanky, kind of awkward. He has a nice jab. I just don't like that he doesn't move his head too much, but he does have angles. And when he's inside the ring, Shelly, he's having fun. A lot of fighters can't say that.
Yeah, he's going to be having fun until Barboza hits his ass, you know? And then Barboza's at this point right now where Barboza's like, you know what, motherfucker? Like, I'm tired of people like you. They keep eating people like you in my fucking face, telling me, prove yourself for the next thing. Fuck it. Do it. Whoop his ass. Because honestly, man, love T.O., love his fucking dad. Sometimes with these young, great fighters, they get too fucking strategic too early. They're 23 thinking they're fucking 33 and they're running a business. Nah. You still in the fucking grind, bruh.
Yeah.
You still in the grind. What do you mean? I did this. I did, man, fuck that. Like, you in a new era. It's like, Chris, I don't hear fucking Chris Brown and shit saying, oh, I'm better than Michael Jackson. Bitch, you had the internet. Imagine pushing cassettes. You know what I'm saying? Imagine pushing cassettes. Imagine running to fucking MTV
now
with
there's
a video
dancing.
like, please play it.
Now, wait, no, hold on a second. Let me just jump on. There's dancing and there's composing in the head. Okay. Now, if you want to talk about the best artist in the world, and I'm going to get a lot of flack for that, but I'm also going to get a lot of support. The best artist in the world, I wasn't really a fan favorite, but he's brilliant, is Prince, hands down.
Yeah, Prince is cold, man. Cold. Just because of their talent and what he can do. He can do a little bit of everything.
Play everything.
There's always people, you'd be like, Michael dance better. Facts. You know what I mean? But it's like, are we looking at the overall picture or are we looking at what it is? Oh, James Brown was a cold motherfucker. James Brown did coke better. Yeah, okay, cool. Are we looking at that shit? Or are we looking at that? Are we isolating shit to that? What are we judging? Is this a pie chart, motherfucker, or is this one slice? Where are we at with that, Rich?
I hear you.
Where are we at with that? Motherfuckers be like, oh, I sleep everybody. But yeah, you got outboxed, bro. You didn't sleep that nigga.
Well, hey, man.
I'm the toughest Mexican. I'm Mexican style. But you weren't
Triple
Mexicans.
G, baby. Triple G.
But you weren't
talking about Mexicans, Shelly. I'm going to switch over here to Canelo taking on Jaime Munguia. And actually, what do you think of the matchup? It's not a guarantee, as a lot of people think, for Canelo to be victorious. I know for a fact he was surprised of the size once he matched him up. But, Canelo, once he's framed, he's ready to fight, he's ready to go. Jaime Munguia may just flip the script. So what's your take on the matchup? Where do you see it going? And what do you think about, we're talking about another subject at the very end on turning down a potential big fight with, as you know, the Mexican monster, David Benavidez. But let's talk about business ahead with Jaime Munguia, Golden Boy Promotions.
Rich, I was blessed some years ago. I had a very good Mexican friend, gentleman, right? And knows boxing like a motherfucker. He always told me, he said, Shelly, if you want to make money, bet against a Mexican. I'm betting against Canelo. I'm betting against him. Are you fucking kidding? Like, you got a Mexican man from Tijuana. It don't get no fuck. Who the fuck do you think wants it more? Somebody from Tijuana or fucking from Jalisco? I've been to Jalisco. I got fucking bathing suits on and shit like that. I got sunset pictures. I've also been to fucking Tijuana. I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't never sat and enjoyed the fucking sunset in Tijuana. When I was in Tijuana, it was fucking go, go, go. I was working with Toscano and shit like that. Dude, Jaime Munguia has a few things going for him. His height and his size has always been a problem for Canelo. His activity has always been a problem for Canelo. the way he lets his hands go. And I've watched Jaime Munguia get socked in the fucking jaw and keep going. And if
McGee
this
got
is
some
your
height on him. I think he
and
hits hard. I
and
think he
it's
has the attributes to make it competitive.
and if you want to be a Mexican legend, because the way you guys' culture are and your heritage is, you have to beat the guy.
Shelly said the way you guys is, including me as a third party. I like
Oh
that.
no! Oh yeah! Fuck yeah! Because when people say black people, they be like, "You guys, yeah, you guys,
Yeah,
we're yeah, you
you
guys,
people.
you guys." Same.
What you
Okay, let
mean,
me.
you people?
So that's the
Remember
thing. When I
Robert Downey Jr.?
Yeah,
What you
you
mean, you
people,
people?
you people, because that's the other thing that pisses me off. Like Canelo be like, I don't want to fight another Mexican. Imagine if black people said they didn't want to fight another black person. Imagine no fucking George Foreman and no Muhammad Ali. Imagine no Sugar Ray
That's
and no
crazy.
Hearns.
That's
What
crazy.
the what the fuck do you mean you don't want to fight another Mexican? Imagine all the black fights that never happened. Tyson and Bo, Tyson and imagine all that shit. Tyson and Holyfield. Imagine fucking Crawford and Spence
That
right now.
statement makes no sense at all and is bad business. But
It's bad business.
Again,
Oh, so
he is the
you want to
face of
fight?
boxing
You want to fight
for
UK
his
dudes?
culture
You
right
want to
now
fight
and our
white
culture,
boys?
and arguably one of the best in the world.
Right, right. You guys are. And one thing I love about Hispanics and Mexicans, I say Hispanics so let's go worldwide. You guys have that shit in your heart. You guys are fighters. You come from nothing. You guys are fucking warriors. You're hard workers and stuff like that. Do not change that shit for the people that are looking up to you and trying to come up and take the same path as you. Stop putting that shit in their head, because I'll tell you one thing. I seen that with black people. Ever since Floyd Mayweather, all these young black fighters want to be like him after Floyd put in 20, 25 years of fucking work. No, you got to rewind back to when Floyd was getting dropped from fucking Top Rank, when he was trying to be an Olympian, when he was switching trainers, when he was having problems with his father, when he was going with his uncle instead of his dad, when people were going put in jail. There is fucking process and progress in all of your potential and everything that you achieve. You can't be there right now. Stop with that shit.
Floyd is one of the most brilliant businessmen, boxers ever to exist. He's still
Yeah,
making
and that's
money
the same
doing
thing.
what he
Yeah,
loves.
he's still doing it, dude. That
I never
motherfucker.
argued about that.
Nah, but that's the thing with
I will,
Canelo.
I will say this. When he mentioned Mexicanos and the culture and stuff, I got to give a shout out to Robert Garcia.
Yes.
One of the most honest guys. You know, he has a podcast. It's I believe it's called Uncensored, or forgive me, Robert, if I said it wrong. I recently, I'm gonna keep it real, Jose. I'm gonna keep it real, Shelly. I'm thinking about Jose Ramirez because I went to a press conference recently, a Golden Boy press conference. Oscar De La Hoya was there. I met him, showed him a picture of my mom blessing him, which he loved. I'm wearing an old school hat back in the day when they sold it at Mervin's, and there's where I bought it at. And then I told him I actually have the robe too, and his brother Joel wanted to buy it, and I said no, I'm cool with that. And he said, Richard, I actually remember that, and he was excited. We're hitting it off, and I got thrown out of there. I got thrown out of there because of a management who didn't like what I was doing, who didn't like the fact that I didn't go through them to get to where I'm at. Thought I was crowding in line when in fact I had, a little while ago, I used this, right? My lips. You saw me on air doing this earlier. I do this all the time. And I lose these things all the time. I put them in the washer, put them in the dryer, I lose them. Well, I dropped mine where Oscar happened to be seated. So as I'm walking over there to go pick up my lip stuff, chap lip stuff, he's yelling my name 3 times because he thought I was crowding until I reached down and picked it up. So when I'm walking back, I just told him, don't try to put me on blast. And he started acting like the idiot that he is, the jerk that he is, for no apparent reason. He can say whatever he wants, but at the end of the day, I emotionally went through a lot. And I was going, man, I've never been thrown out of a press conference. Ali Setback called me, who was the GOAT of media, and said, Richard, don't worry about it. I've been thrown out of a lot of press conferences. I've been thrown out of a lot of gyms. Don't let that stop you. Robert Garcia gave me a call that evening and said, brother, don't worry about that. In my gym, you're always welcome. In my gym, you're always like family here. So shout out to Robert Garcia. And we watched a couple of his episodes on his podcast where he kept it 100. Remember that?
Yeah.
So I had to give Robert a shout out. I had to tell my side of the story. And, and it wasn't, hey, actually, that wasn't my first time. I got thrown out of 559 fights. I didn't get a credential after I had the owner on the show and after I had his main event on the show, and I got thrown out. So if you get thrown out, you're doing something right. Trust me. Because you don't take no for an answer.
No, there's a lot of fuck. Hey, let me
No,
turn off some
absolutely.
lights first, Rich. Hold the fuck up. Give me 1 second.
It is.
Let me tell you. There's a lot of motherfuckers
Shelly, where you at, man?
All right, I'm back, Rich. I'm
Okay,
back.
I,
I'm
I
back,
want
and
to
I'm
talk
ready.
about that matchup, but I also want to talk to you about Jaime Munguia. What does he need to do to be victorious? But let me stop you right there. This segment is sponsored by Gucci, by Gucci. This next segment is sponsored by Gucci glasses. You see this
Yeah.
right here? Sponsored by Gucci. So during this time that it's sponsored by, I'm going to rock the Gucci goggles. You see? They're not for everybody, but they're sponsored by Gucci. Gucci, if you're out there, I got it right here. I got, it's signed, it's whatever. We'll take the sponsorship. We'll take it all day long. So what does Jaime Munguia need to do to be victorious?
I think Jaime does exactly what he does. I think he pressures. You know what I mean?
I know
Stays
you're
pressure.
laughing.
What'd you say, Rich?
No, I'm talking
Yeah.
producer.
Oh
She's
yeah.
laughing. It's all
She's
good.
laughing. Jaime just needs to pressure. Stay off the pressure. Keep shit in the middle of the ring. When Canelo goes to the fucking ropes, don't get baited in. Don't look for no wild hooks, no fucking uppercuts. We all know Canelo has cardio problems and shit like that. And then the reality is shit, when you start fighting as young as that man did, and no disrespect to what he's done in his career and shit like that, I question hunger. I question legacy. I question how good do you want to be? Because in boxing, it's the only fucking sport where you don't have to always fight the best. If we're looking at the NFL and the Super Bowl, the two best teams play each other. If you're
Yeah.
looking at the NBA, the two best teams play each other. In boxing, motherfuckers got too many options to pick and choose. And until that changes, we're going to be fans of a fucking sport that's flawed. And if like I said, Jaime Munguia, there is no way I don't leave this fight next month the king of fucking Mexico. No way.
It's a big opportunity, and he can easily, when I say easily, because he's a warrior, he doesn't know defeat.
And then
He
look who he has
bangs just
behind
as
him,
hard.
Rich.
A lot of
Everybody
people
would,
say he takes punches, but I'll take one to give some.
I would take one too. And then the fact that you could be the man, and then you being the man, you're also promoted by another Mexican fighter that people loved. Look how
Yep,
far that can fucking go. Look,
absolutely.
look how far that can fucking go. Like, you take it from Canelo, you have another Mexican fighter that's a promoter that everyone loves, and he's pushing you to the top. I mean, we watched Chavez pull back on how he felt about Canelo because of certain fights. This is your fucking time, Munguia. Be the
Well,
champ.
I mean, also we're also talking about Julio Cesar Chavez, who made a statement and said, "Triple G must be my son," because he fought like him and he moved like him, and he respected the fact that a lot of people thought that he won that first fight with Canelo, and that they should be one in
They
one
should
win,
be
one loss, and one draw.
at
So I
the
mean
man.
that's the nature
One.
of the
Yeah,
sport, and
yeah.
that's
You, hey,
boxing.
you said it best. One win, one loss, one
One
draw.
draw.
And the
It
first one
is.
was damn sure Triple G. The second one could have been fuck that whole series. And timing. That's what people don't understand about timing. Timing in boxing is so fucking critical. It's ridiculous. And you don't have no day to correct that. Like, oh, I was off that night. No, you're
Wait,
fucked.
Shelly, you were about to say something because that second fight could have easily went Triple G's way, even though he gave away the first 5 rounds.
If
He
first fight right.
rallied and he swept the last of them.
I
So we
felt
can go back and forth all day
no, I
long.
do. I felt the first two fights was Triple G, and that's not even fucking hating.
Yeah, I
That's
hear
the
you.
first. As I said, I think some of the best Canelo I seen was back in the day when he was fighting. What's my old boy from Cotto? Shit like that, stuff like that.
That was
Mosley,
actually a close
shit like
fight,
that.
according to
Yeah,
Freddie
but
Roach. Freddie Roach
hey,
had
right.
Cotto winning.
But I had Canelo losing against Triple G. I had Canelo losing against Lara. I had Canelo losing. Can't think of Triple G. Those three fights, and then the
That Laurel
Bivol one,
fight, yeah, we can talk about that all day long.
The Bivol fight, they had to do that right because fucking you would have had to be blind. You would have damn near had to be a fucking deaf to boxing to not see what happened in that fight. And the fact that they had the point so close that it could have almost been a draw, that's bullshit. But
No, man,
money's heavy. And that's the other thing I don't respect about
almost
Canelo.
an execution.
It was almost, but that's the thing I don't respect about Canelo because when you look at Floyd, you look at Andre Ward. When Andre fought Kovalev when he was still a fucking monster, and everyone, I was at that fight in Oakland, the first one, and everyone thought he almost lost that fight. He ran that motherfucker back right now. When Mayweather had issues with Maidana, his next fight was who?
Ran
Fucking
it back.
Maidana.
Let me talk to you. Let me talk to you about that. leading up to that big fight, the one that you went to with Kovalav and Andre Ward, I was there watching Andre Ward's one of his last fights with the HBO,
Yeah.
and Kovalav was there, and the whole press was around him. I got to get in there. I interviewed Kovalav, and Showtime. I mean, Andre Ward. They did a segment, biography on Showtime. Showtime is worldwide. It's international.
Right.
It's in London. It's in England. It's in Hawaii. It's in Germany. It's in Kuwait. Everywhere. They used my interview on Showtime Sports on the one I
Yeah.
did with Kovalav. If you don't believe me, I'll send it to you myself, and you'll see the interview. It's only
Right.
maybe 4 seconds, but they could have used anybody in the entire world, Shelly. Anybody. They
Right.
could have used anybody. They use yours truly right here. So I'm truly blessed. And you know, big things are gonna happen.
Yeah.
Just like with you, you were in studio with you call him by name. When I call him the weekend, you go, oh, you call him by name before he blew up.
Yeah, I did some audio engineering for the Abel on the weekend and shit. That's been the
He
cool
said
shit, man.
Abel.
It's all good, man. But dude, boxing right now, if I'm gonna call it, the George Kambosos fight and Lomachenko was a keep busy fight. Lomachenko. I think Lomachenko's at a point right now where he's kind of fucked because ain't nothing in his.
I don't even know why that fight's taking place. I'm gonna keep it real, bro. I really don't.
Because Top Rank has to make their fucking money, you know, and I'm sure Top Rank's really watching what happens with this Devin fight and shit like that. But it's like Devin wins, you can't put him against Lomachenko again. That's fucked. Lomachenko has no chance against fucking Tank. You know what I mean? Ryan Garcia wins, it'd be an easy fucking fight to sell, shit like that. Like the business of boxing is very obvious when you take your fucking emotions out of it, and that's the reality to the shit, you know.
I hear you.
A couple weeks ago, I got to watch Oscar Valdez, probably one of the most respectful Mexican fighters in the game.
Very gorgeous too. Nice guy.
Nice
a gentleman.
guy, elegant, well spoken.
Yes.
The only thing with
has
me
the alligator for a freaking pet.
Yeah, and I just with Oscar Valdez, I think there's more to his life than boxing, and I think he had a goal to be a great boxer. And I would tell you this, Oscar Valdez, you've done that, and that's coming from me as a fan. I think you're well spoken. You're a handsome guy. You people love you. I think that at some point, hang it up early. Pull an Andre Ward thing. You know, don't put your body and your mind through some shit that like your life is going to be affected outside of boxing because you already committed so much to that. Oscar Valdez will have a career commutating in the booth for a very fucking long time. And I just think that sometimes people fall in love with the only thing that they wanted to be in love with. And he's done that. And I think it's time for Oscar Valdez. If I was him, I'd take about 3 more fights, and definitely 2 of those being fucking huge money fights. And then I would just coast, man. And I go make my money. I go make my money in the fucking booth, you know. But there ain't too many Mexican American stars, Hispanic stars, whether you're from Puerto Rico, Mexico, South America, things like that can do what Oscar Valdez can do. And for me, speaking from somebody that has a voice, someone that's very familiar in front and behind the camera, Oscar Valdez, go do that, man. We love you. We respect what you've done already. You have been an example to so many young people. Don't fuck your life up being a warrior. You've already done that. Go be the man you're supposed to be now, a family man, a father, a voice, a representation of the Hispanic community, and that's where you're going to see it. So me speaking to someone like Oscar Valdez, it's like, yo, man, you've done that.
Bro, that was very heartfelt. I'm keeping it real. And a shout out to Top Rank, one of the best matchmakers in the sport today, Brad Goodman. We got Christina Poncher, Top Rank Boxing. Evan Korn, I want to say what's up to my boy Evans. Frank Estea with Top Rank. And if I miss some of the Top Rank family, my bad, but I got to give a shout out in credit where credit is due. Oscar Valdez is exactly what you said he is. We met him in Las Vegas.
Yes.
On the Teofimo Lopez, Jermaine ORTIZ fight. Very gorgeous, very well spoken, very well groomed, knew how to handle himself, a true professional. I mean, what you see is what you get. I mean, he loves his people, loves his fans, makes time for them, and he's getting ready to eat a freaking $45 steak. And while it's still hot, but made time for his fans.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's a good guy. He's a good guy, man. But yeah, Rich is starting to close out on me, man. I lost Sunset. I was trying to do this shit from the backyard.
It's okay. Hey, that's our cue. I think we covered a lot of good things.
Yeah.
And what I do want to bring up the next time that we do come on, I want to talk about Richard Torres Jr.
Oh
And
man,
then we'll talk about the Jose Ramirez and Virgil Ortiz fight because it'll be right around the corner. And we'll be back next week. And we're going to have some hot topics and we're going to shoot it out there to the fans. Let them bring their questions in there. We'll take some phone calls. I do want to say this before we close out. I can call Arnold Barboza anywhere from 3 to 4 out of 5 times. And that motherfucker will call me right back or he'll pick up the phone.
a solid guy, man. And it's a lot of good guys
Yes.
out there that don't get enough recognition. And you know what, you guys, on this show, you guys will. Not only will you get fucking recognition, you guys can say whatever you want to outside of management, promotional companies, boxing, who the fuck is in your corner, who's your trainer. This is an expressive place. And I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I'm not doing shit but being honest over here. So if you don't like it, fucking step or say something negative about me I can laugh about later. I'm not tripping. That's
Exactly.
what it is. Yeah.
And hey, remember that old song by Motley Crue, Home Sweet Home?
Yeah.
The way it started is the way it ended,
Right.
right? Well, we're going to end this segment the way it started. You know, I got to thank my man, Jose. And I love to say Ramirez, but it's Jose Cuervo right now.
That's what's up. Take that shot. I'm gonna go in their house and pound some shit. And then on top of that, man, one thing Rich always tells me is you guys, and like how he's thinking that drink and all that shit, we'll end it like this. Always remember, iron sharpens iron.
Sure
That's
does.
the only way this shit works.
Sure does.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Shelly, it's been a pleasure. This is only the beginning.
Yes.
Never the beginning to the end or the end of the beginning. But it's just remember, it's Red Panty Week, my man. Red Panty Week. He said, put lipstick on a pig.
That's right. Yeah.
I love
Good
it.
shit.
I love it.
Wish
And a
you
shout
would
out
love.
to Eric Dog Boxer because he said, let me know when you guys record and let me know when you guys want to get down. That dude just knows shit. And I mean,
Sleeping
again,
giant, bro.
he's somebody I'll call and he'll answer. Or he'll say,
Sleeping.
I'll call you right back.
Sleeping giant.
And the other day, you know what he did? Because I called him last night and I was feeling good. I had Mr. Feel Good all over me. He answered the phone. This is Richard Ortiz with the Fighters Voice. The only voice that matters. Before that, Marky the Cutman would always do that. But he did it. And I'm thinking, okay, that's cool.
It's
cool.
cool.
I enjoyed it.
Hey, we recognize you, Rich, man. That's love, brother.
Hey, we're just having fun, man. I'm just a regular person just like you doing what I love, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Ali
Setback said it best. He said, Rich, you do what you love. You never work a day in your life.
And we're not going to either, man. So that's
and
it,
remember, we're going to have our website, Boxing Under the Influence. Our email, Boxing Under the Influence. We're already working on gear coming out. We got some hats coming out. We got some hoodies. And for you ladies out there, we got the tank tops and the panties, Boxing Under the Influence. And we got the shirts coming out as well.
That's right, man. All right, Rich, with love, brother.
Hey, with love. And as always, it's a wrap with me. It's always thumbs up wherever I'm at.
Thumbs up for Richie.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fight fans, it's not goodbye, but until next week. Remember, it's always voiceography at its finest. So on behalf of Richard Ortiz, the special guests, and all the crew, saying hasta luego, babies. And always, thanks for listening.